Take one, Mark.
When we first started, Zach and I started writing it, and we would meet in Starbucks and we would just think about what we wanted the arc of the season to look like. We started writing it. It was, I think, first draft was not the way we have it now. We went over it and over it and over it. We're both very particular about the way we want things to look and sound.
Jenna and I, we are a dynamic duo. I feel like she's really good at picking out the things that she's like, nobody can say that. And then I'm really good at like, I don't know if this flows right. And we balance each other really well. And I think, not to toot our own horn, but I think we've done a pretty good job.
Getting the writing in place helped us a lot with casting because we knew who we were looking for. We knew what type of character we wanted. We didn't have everything fleshed out when we cast, but we had a really strong understanding for who we were looking for. So we saw, oh my God, so many actors in LA. We saw so many actors, but the ones that we ended up selecting really fit together like a puzzle and have a good energy. And anyone we work with, cast or crew, is always like, wow, like this group really likes each other.
I remember going through the casting process and we had so many amazing auditions, and it was like, how are we ever going to narrow this down to 5 kids? Well, 4 if you don't include me. And it was just like, each of their auditions was so special that it just put them that much more. And like, I definitely want to work with you. Justin, I knew him before and I kind of wrote the character geared towards him, and he's taken off with it. And I just remember Zach, he came in and he just had this really fun attitude, and it was like, oh, before we even started to read, it's like, I definitely want to work with you because you're fun, you're making jokes. And then when he did it, he was actually the only person that we only had to read through one time because he did it so amazing. And Quincy just made it her own. She came in and she even ad-libbed some of the lines, and Graciela. She's kind of the heart of this series. She gives 110% all the time. And it doesn't matter if it's a 12-hour day or a 2-hour day, she's gonna be there, smiles, early and ready to go.
I wanted to be involved with this because, well, one, it was my first project that I got to do when I moved out to LA, which was so cool. I was so excited. But I think after we had our first rehearsal, our first read through, and it just felt like we had a group of people that were so on the same page. Like we all knew exactly what we wanted to do, and we all knew what we wanted to say. And I think that was just so cool because, especially now being out here for a little longer, you don't get that with these smaller budgeted projects. It's hard to get people that are passionate about it and that want to make something really, really good.
Just being with the cast and the crew, going over the script, memorizing the lines, it was a lot of work, but it was all worth it, especially when we brought it to set. Seeing everyone's positive energy and everyone's creativity really made it come to life.
So I was not expecting this to be so good. And I say that lovingly, but the first day I walked onto set for the pilot, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And a lot of that's to credit Zach, who might not have started as a producer, but is definitely like a world-class producer at this point. So yeah, the process is really fun. I'm always like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose a Saturday or I'm gonna lose a Sunday. And as soon as I'm on set, I'm like, this is so fun. Like, what would I rather be doing?
We have so much fun filming and rehearsing on Generation Z. It's like a family, it really is. I mean, it's been a long process because when someone's doing a project, a passion project, which I call it, it's like you have to put in your time, your own money, like we don't have some big studio backing us up, so it's not like, oh yes, we have all this money. So rehearsals are crazy. We have like 7 different schedules we're working with, but at the end of the day, we get it done. Like, we all love each other. We're all supportive. We believe in this project. We believe in Zach and in Jenna, like, it's just community and it's just having fun, and I love it. I can do it. I can do this for the rest of my life.
I initially created Generation Z because I'm an actor and I wanted to act. While developing it, I was like, this could be something really cool. I could really touch on something that I don't really see a lot. I feel like mental health issues are becoming more prevalent nowadays, but I still don't think it's where it should be. And I don't think everyone's represented in that. So that's something that I wanted to do with this series.
The conversation on mental health right now is dominated by white voices. And I think that it's great to bring mental health issues to the forefront, but we need to make sure it's an inclusive conversation and it's intersectional. Mental health issues are not just affecting, people who are leading the conversation, they're affecting everybody. So I think we're bringing that difference to the table and to the screen.
What might surprise people about this show is how I think diverse the stories are in unconventional ways, and the scope of mental illness and maybe how, the gamut of high school and high school experiences and the crazy weird feelings you go through. I think just how much it covers will surprise people.
It's good to take away that, we all have issues. Nobody's perfect. We're all wrestling with stuff. We all have moments where we didn't express ourselves as clearly as we might have wanted. We all have moments where we lose it a little bit or are short-tempered with someone, and that it's kind of okay, and everybody's working through some of those things.
We wanted to support Generation Z because we were so impressed with the topics they cover. The subject matter is so heavy, so pertinent right now, and as young artists to take these on is so commendable.
Not gonna lie, it has been a whirlwind. It has been a crazy process. I think all of us came into it kind of naive on how much work would go into creating this series, but each time we felt down, we pumped ourselves back up and we started bringing in more directors and different visions to just keep the life going in our series, and I'm really happy with what we've been able to create.